was going to talk about?
Uh, who is the real Asiatic black man? So it was I had got a telepathic communication from the other side from Elijah Muhammad.
Ooh.
He said, explain who the Asiatic black man is, because in the nation doctrine, when they say, who are you? And then the answer is the Asiatic black man, the original man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. And it traces back to Hanuman and Son of Wukong and the different phenotypical traits that different genotypes produce. So it was some science in there.
When did the word Asiatic pop up on the scene? When did we start? You know how we talk about black and all these. When did we start using the word Asiatic, right?
All of those terms is in the 1900s. We wasn't using none of those terms before the 1900s. So in the sciences, the science used Latin terminologies to give names, right, to the different. Everything is named with Latin terminologies. You know, like the Wolverine, Gullah Gullah, which means the throat of the throat, because they say he got an endless throat, eat everything. You know, then you have the terms for other animals. Like when you're talking about cows, you're talking about bobian. All of the Latin terms that we extract the common name from the old Latin terms.
Right.
So even when you get to people, when you start talking about Homo sapien, Homo erectus, genus Homo, and then you start talking about the subspecies of Neanderthal, Australopithecines, all these are derived from the Latin language. Asia is a Latin rendition of Far Eastern term. The scientific term for the original people from they got several terms, the Denisovian, the Negritos, all these Latin terminologies. So when you realizing that we've been dealing with terms imposed upon us by Spanish speaking or Latin speaking peoples, then our understanding of the English language even takes a higher approach, because many of the words in the modern English language is borrowed from all of the rest of the languages around the world, from Chinese, from Hindi, from Japanese. You know, we got words in the English language that's not English in origin. Matter of fact, about 80% to 90% of the English language does not come from an English-speaking country, but they are terms that they have adopted an English pronunciation from a foreign language. So even when we get to talking about the tribes, when we call ourselves Chickasaw and Choctaw, those are not tribal linguistics. Those are exonyms. Cherokee, Mohawk, Tomahawk, right? Those are all English renditions. Because they couldn't pronounce our language, we was forced to do business with them using their language. And the business language became the common language over time, when if we was caught speaking our languages, we got murdered. So we deal with these terms now. So when Elijah say the maker and owner, the cream of the planet of God of the universe, we don't know he's talking about tribal Mississippian organics that they call Negrito. So I just was pulling up receipts and images to show what he's talking about. And that's what we're gonna be doing. That's over there.
That's gonna be a good one. When y'all doing that, Rod? So everybody can tune in. When y'all doing that?
I think we're going tomorrow.
Okay.
I still got a couple more. I got to organize my receipts so it could flow in the show format.
Right. Definitely. That's going to be fire, y'all. Make sure y'all check out Rod Hayes, a Young Elder, tomorrow night for more information on that. Yo, Rod, in the chat, They said Rod got the ladies going crazy. They talking about your haircut, Rod. They loving the new haircut, Rod. They loving the haircut, Rod.
Uh,
They love
they
it.
right now they just hollering at the moon because I ain't trying to hear it.
Oh man, they love the haircut. Yo, so Rod, so listen, what I want to ask you about, speaking of the moon, I heard B-Dale talking about September 17th yesterday. It was a full super moon and a partial lunar eclipse. I
Yeah,
seen a couple of videos on it. Now I know they decided to do the whole Diddy shit right on the day of, or right the day before, the day of the whole. While this whole energy is open tour for us, they got this whole Diddy and that shit. There's thousands of videos of Diddy right now online. So everybody and their mom is focused on Diddy, but there's some spiritual shit going down. So I'm like, let me get Rod on what's happening right now, because I feel it, Rod. I feel something. The veil is thin. B-Dale
I,
said, talk.
so the not only is it a partial eclipse, but it's also a Virgo moon. It's a Virgo super moon, which is the divine feminine. The eclipse is always representative of an energy shift.
Right.
This is a partial energy shift, and on the heels of it, you see a lot of stuff coming out that was before kept secret. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like the Diddy case been being investigated. We know of at least a year,
Mm-hmm.
and it took them that long to arrest him for a freak off party.
Mm-hmm.
And so the eclipse is the energy that it's like a opening of a door that was closed. It's a partial eclipse is it's a crack in the door, and you can partially see in it.
Uh-huh.
You
Dope.
know, so when we looking at the day. Okay, so the ninth month is the letter I.
Uh-huh.
The 17th day is the letter Q.
Oh.
Right. So now we're talking about an intelligence code being dropped.
Right.
And we know that Diddy called out the CIA with his Bad Boy record label because we know that the Bad Boys, the CIA motto is real bad boys move in silence,
Mm.
right? So when he came out with that's a song with GINDJAB and Black Rob, in the beginning of the song, he's telling them bad boys come out and play. And all of this is this is to be a trigger for a series of unfortunate events for a bunch of unhealthy individuals that's been corrupting the system.
Mm-hmm.
And whether Puffy guilty or not, um, they haven't produced a person that said they was at the freak off party and didn't consent to what happened at the freak off party.
Right.
So there's no So all of the victims are what you call an assumed victim.
Mm-hmm.
This ties back into the assumed jurisdiction of the legal fiction.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole bunch of assumptions in the Puffy thing, but Puffy's situation is not alone. It's not a standalone situation. It's a whole lot of big, powerful people in the music industry, music moguls, that this is connected to. Because remember, everybody that's in New York of any status know that Clive Davis was funding those parties.
Mm.
Everybody know it. It's not a secret. It's what you call an open secret. Everybody know that Lear Cohen was also implicit. We know that on the West Coast, you had Jimmy Iovine, Ted Fields, and that crew also financing the same events on the West Coast. So we know who these people protected by because they the ones who be calling these artists up, threatening their life if they don't perform, if they don't sign over they record label or sign over they masters or sign over they residuals and they ASCAP and they BMI and they trying to make sure that the artists stay broke. Right. So all of this stuff has to come out because everything in the age of Aquarius got to be exposed. And now we living in the time where the truth is way more disturbing than the lies that we've been told. You on mute.
Once again, family, I see if some of y'all coming in late, Queen of Fool cannot make it tonight. So I was just about to just cancel the show and call it because I just did a show. But I said, let me see if my brother Rod could come on real quick because I wanted to just ask Rod about the energy that's in the air right now and get his take on some of the things out there. So Rod had availability, and if he has availability, he's always willing to come on the platform. So y'all make sure you show the brother love for him being willing to, dedicate so much time and energy. So Queen of B, she's going away, and I think she'll be back on the platform in about 2 weeks, y'all. So in about 2 weeks, Queen will be back on the platform. But I thank everybody for their patience.
Hey, if I was ego driven, you would have stroked the hell out of my ego, replacing Queen of Fool with me. That's an ego stroke.
Oh man, I'm telling you, that's the queen right there. She done put in work, Rod. She done put in some serious work. And yeah, she definitely deserves her flowers. So shout out to once again, shout out to Queen of Fool. Rod, let me ask you this: with everything that you see going on right now, what would be some of your predictions for 2025? That it's a 9-year. I don't know how much you into numerology and all that stuff, but what would be some of your predictions for what's going to happen in 2025, my brother?
We're gonna see so much stuff between now and January 31st that our head gonna spin.
Oh, just between now and January, we're gonna see. Because you're right, because the election and all of that. You think there's gonna be an election?
I don't see it happening, but they could run the stage show over. Yeah. But the way it's looking now, Kamala's failing miserably as planned. That's planned. It's planned for her to fail miserably. And the representations, chucks and pearls, the purple and the gold and the pearls and all that, that's all biblically prophesied, scripted, secret society stuff. Right now, we dealing with intelligence agencies from around the world are working to push piece by piece these concealed information into the public. And they run these psyops. I can't call them nothing else. It's psychological operations. Is like running an illusion in Vegas. It's the same principles, but it's just a bigger stage. Is they can keep you focused on politics, and you see they just tried to apprehended the second attempted assassin on Trump.
Is that real? What do you think? They really tried?
Well, he didn't get a shot off.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is it's in the script. It's in the script. And that's the second bite at the apple, as they call it. You're only supposed to get one bite at the apple. The second bite at the apple mean that whoever was behind it now, they don't get a third option. They failed twice.
Damn. Wow. Yeah, I mean, shit, you try to take somebody out twice and it don't work. I mean, damn, that's serious. And so what do you think about we got the election going on. We also got the situation, let's just say the Pope. A lot of people, Blue Pill talks about the Pope a lot. A lot of people see him as the highest seat of power and authority in this and over the continents. What do you see happening with the Pope? Is the Pope still going to be around 5-10 years, right?
Remember, Pope Francis was really the last Pope. Mm-hmm. And the dude that came in to be the second Pope under him was an android. They take him apart and put him under the bed at night.
Rod, you starting again. Rod, come on, man. Rod, you doing it again. You come on, Rod. Come on.
I posted the receipts 2.5 years ago that he was a whole robot. And then they use the CGI at the windows when he's doing them speeches. He just turned around and disappeared. I mean, shit, the Pope ain't nobody. All he is a highest ranking pedophile priest cult member on the planet.
Rod, you just said he was a robot. Did you hear yourself?
Yeah.
Oh man.
They take him apart, disassemble him, put him in a box, and slide him under the bed at night.
Oh man, that's
That's
wild.
why you don't see him as often as you used to see the other popes.
This
They
is wild.
only bring him out when they need to make a big deal out of something, like
Man.
when they had to rescind the discovery doctrine.
Right. Yeah.
Right? That's a big deal
Mm-hmm.
because everything that's built on a discovery doctrine was rescinded with it, whether you know it or not. It's a fruit of the poison tree doctrine in law. Right? So that's the secondary pope. Pope Francis, you know, he ducking and hiding, right? But he ain't really ducking and hiding. Most of those bishops, cardinals, and high-ranking priests over there in the Vatican City, they not there no more.
Right.
They gone.
Wow.
They just Gitmo, World Court, international tribunals, Russian court. They doing the same thing. Russia been that. Remember, Russia pulled a ship up to Guantanamo Bay. We thinking that this was some military posturing based on media coverage, but it wasn't military posturing. They was dropping off international criminals that they had apprehended, while all of these different government agencies around the world. It's not just one country. It's not just America. It's like almost every country on the world is involved, right? Because Switzerland was a neutral country. The only country that was authorized by international law to go in there was Interpol. But Interpol was given permission by several other governments to use special forces as sheep dipping for Interpol support. So they used some of the Navy SEALs, some of the Green Berets from over here, and some of the special forces from Russia, from China, from both North and South Korea. And we don't know nothing about it because they're not telling us this in the news, because they got to control a sloppy narrative that's falling apart in our face while we watching it, but we acting like we don't see it falling apart.
Damn. You know what I want to do too tonight, because we're not going to be here too long. I want to take I want to get some of y'all to ask Rod some questions. So Rod, you mind if I bring a couple of people on stage and they ask you a question?
Oh, no, go right ahead, Brother Rich.
All right, what one question, family? Don't get on here and think you're going to get a 30-minute consultation from Rod. It's one question. I'm gonna be on here for about a half an hour. I just want to get Rod on real quick and show y'all some love and show. Matter of fact, let me because somebody mentioned earlier. Let me post my brother Rod Cash App so y'all can show love. I seen somebody said support the brother, protect the brother. SikApe. Make sure this brother, he wasn't even supposed to be on tonight. And the brother showed love. So make sure, let me put this up on the screen. Yeah. So did I put that link in the chat yet? Let me put it again. For anybody who want to ask Rod a question, come on in. I'm posting the link to the chat. Come on in. You can ask one question. Then we're gonna ask a couple of questions. Then we're gonna get out of here. Rod, I gotta call you too. We gotta do another Patreon, man. There's some stuff I want to talk about, and I want to talk do a part 2 about the whole ESP thing, the extrasensory perception. So I want to really go on that. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Maybe we can set something up for next week. But
let me Rich know we do.
Indeed. But yeah, I really like that last one Rod did. Make sure y'all go over to Patreon. The Gathering of Masters is on there. But I did post the link in the chat. Let me get a question from the chat while we wait for anybody who wants to come on. Somebody said it's Peru named after Heru.
No, Peru. That's I didn't do the etymology on the word, but it's not named after Heru. It's just a homonym. But it could be Masonically linked through the temple priest to name it that based on the homonym.
Okay. Let me ask a couple of more questions in the chat. Everybody just talking about Rod's haircut. Let me see some questions in the chat. Okay. Do you advise changing your American status and rescinding your USA ID documents?
And you ain't got to deal with that paperwork. You are who you are. Your sovereignty is anytime you got to write a piece of paper and send it to somebody to assert your sovereignty, you're not sovereign.
Mm, mm. All right, let's get to. I see a couple of people in the back. We're gonna get to a couple of questions before we get out of here, family. Once again, I want to thank everybody for coming on here. Let me just put this back up while we get to a question. Hold up, y'all. Give me 1 second. I can't find Bay. Tamaria Bay. What's going on, sis?
Hey, Brother Rich, how you doing?
All right, all right. How you doing? Where you from? What's your question?
I am from the Carolinas, so we got that real high energy right now in the
Oh
building.
yeah,
You know what we're doing.
Yeah.
and that's
Oh yeah.
Reconnecting back out here with the world, with the planet, getting
Uh-huh.
energized.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Rod Hayes, my
what
man.
what's going on, sweetie?
Rod, you know what? I wanted to talk to you for so long.
Uh-oh. There you go.
Listen, let me tell you something, Rod.
Hey, brother Rich, hold on 1 second. I got somebody at my front door. I gotta go run to
Okay.
the door right quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. No problem. No problem. Yeah. While we do that. Hey sis, while we wait. Oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, while we wait, let me put Rod Hayes Cash App on the screen. While we do that, hey sis, are you doing anything in particular tonight? They say yesterday was a full moon, partial eclipse. You doing anything? Any rituals planned? Anything you got going on that for tonight, sis, or anytime soon?
Well, I started about a week ago because I felt led to start like detoxing. Had like this pull on me where I kind of was like tired. So what I've been doing more so is journaling a lot and just staying in tune with my intuition right now, trying to keep my frequency as high as possible
Mm-hmm.
because I realize that even through these perilous times, we still have to tap into ourselves, stay
Mm-hmm.
in ourselves, and be, in the world but not of the world. So
Yes.
yeah, I've been journaling. I do a lot with herbs.
Mm.
And that's really a big thing for me. And I get my kids involved because I have 5 daughters. So they're all young goddesses, trying to keep them connected.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly just keeping my vibration high, being aware of my consumption of certain things, because what we put into us becomes a part of who we are.
Indeed. Excellent. All right. Go ahead and ask your question, sis. Go ahead.
Whew,
My
all
bad.
right.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all
Right.
patience.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. I had a dream about you a while ago. And it was after you did the show with Brother Rich talking about tapping into your totem pole animal. And I wanted to ask you this question ever since this show was done about a year ago. Um, you said to call out to your totem pole animal, your spirit animal, ground yourself on the earth, talk to the earth, and the connection is already there. So you're just amplifying it with your intention, right? So I did. I had been seeing like owls everywhere following me. This is no
Black girl
lie.
magic.
No lie. Like I got pictures of owls. I got feathers from red birds left all over my backyard. I my daughter and I just recently, my youngest daughter, we started, doing some little rituals or whatever with bamboo and stuff like that, right? But this owl, no, be quiet, baby. One moment. This is serious. But this owl followed me everywhere for like the past 4 years, but more specifically, it's been the last year. Owls are just following me everywhere.
So the one thing you got to do when your spirit animal is trying to contact you is obviously the owl. The owl govern the guidance through dreams. So the owl, when it guides you through the dream, you know it because it's like you being carried by the owl. You can sense the owl behind you, but you can't see it in front of you. That's because you are embodying the owl is embodying your energy to show you something in the dream realm. It's black girl magic. Um, ain't no other way for me to say it. Black girl magic is the um, highest form of spirit communication between the animal kingdom and the human kingdom. So when we communicating and you seeing the red feathers, that's cardinal feathers. It's a cardinal flip, which means it's coming from an ancestor on the other side that's trying to get your attention. But you haven't seen the cardinal, you just seen the feather, right? So 9 out of 10, the owl ate the cardinal.
Wow.
Which is telling you that there is a superior spiritual force that's trying to contact you higher in rank than the cardinal. And it settles on the owl. And normally the ones with the top owl totem, they either got big eyes or big breasts.
Let me take these glasses off real quick. They're not too big.
But the slang term for big breasts is hooters, and hoot is what the owl do.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Bro, where you come up with this shit, man?
That's insane.
Yo, he knows all this shit. Yo, you a bad man.
So when you go to see the hooters, you see the eyes on them. Them are owls' eyes on the hooters logo.
Damn, man, how you come?
Wow. Oh my God.
All right, that's great. Hey, sis, I want to thank you for your call. We're gonna get to the next call.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Appreciate the call, man.
That Hooters thing was brilliant, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Oh yeah.
What's going on with you guys?
Oh man, I love watching you guys, man. Thank you guys for everything you do with the spiritual community, and I've been trying to ask you guys this question for like months now. So
all right,
hopefully you can answer it. But there was the installation of the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, I think in January or February. I practice Hinduism, so I wanted to know what that installation, you know, means symbolically, and how does it pertain to like the new age of Aquarius that you guys talk about?
Okay, for the people that's watching, first of all, I didn't hear the exact words you said, but when you tell it, when you say the word again, tell the people the English translation of it if you know it.
The Rama Mandir in Ayodhya. Ayodhya is the city that Ram was born in, and Ram is Hindu incarnation of a god named Vishnu, who comes to preserve civilization.
So he's talking about the Ramayana is the text. Ram is the heir to the throne. Ram was sent into exile by some witches who condemned him before his father and said he wasn't worthy, but he was the most worthy among them. So his father allowed him to go into exile for 5 years before he comes back to reclaim the kingdom. This is also the story where you were introduced to Hanuman in the Hindu tradition, in the Ramayana. And Hanuman becomes the companion to Lord Ram as he's making his journey through the wilderness. But this is also symbolism because it's the same story as Hanuman making his journey to the west to find the Buddhist scrolls. So what he's talking about is the incarnation of Vishnu, the sustainer, Brahma, the creator, and Shiva's the destroyer. The sustainer is the one who maintains the balance throughout the realm of the earth in order for everybody to live in harmony. When the balance is lost, then comes Shiva to destroy it, and Brahma restores it all over again back to the beginning. So these are the cycles, right? These are your yuga cycles, your great years. It's all talked about through the Hindu doctrine. So what the particular event that he's talking about, I didn't check for it. So I don't have the exact answer to what he's asking, but I'm familiar with the general concept of the Ramayana and what's taking place in the text.
Yeah, we definitely. I got to look into that too, man. I definitely appreciate you asking that question, Mr. GT.
All right, please tell me in a future show, man. Please tell me in a future show.
Definitely.
I always come back with the answer.
Got you. All right, bro.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
Hey man, I think you almost start beating my chest.
Brother, you gotta I think your computer's on, brother. and I can hear my voice, you got to turn your computer down. There's like real bad feedback.
Okay.
Check that. Yeah, I can't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't know, brother. Yeah, usually they let me change some settings or something. It's just
We gonna get back to you. We gonna the Jay. What's happening, my brother?
Peace, family. How y'all doing?
Right. How you doing?
What's going on with you?
Doing well. What's happening with y'all?
All right. We chill. You just finished smoking this, son, man?
Nah, man, I'm
Okay.
good. I'm good. I'm actually sitting here working on some homework with my dog.
Excellent. What's going on, brother? What's your question?
So I've been recently watching, been following you, Brother Rich, for a while, and then started watching you, going back, watching old videos with Rod and stuff, and got a lot of questions, but one question I've been wanting to get answers from is, what would you say is the best way to trace your etymology? You know, like I got families that's got a direct lineage to the Gullahs and to the Choctaw. And so it's like, what would you say is the best way for me to like not just trace it, but also even like in my family so that they could want to help me trace it as well?
Well, one of the things the